Hi guys! Today we're going to a galaxy far, far away. I'm gonna rank my top 5 Star Wars movies. Star Wars is one of my favorite movie franchises, an epic science fiction saga with fantastic characters and exciting space battles. It started out strong with a much beloved original trilogy, but newer installments have had their problems. Special editions of the originals have introduced unnecessary and out-of-place enhancements. The prequel trilogy suffers from an overuse of poor CGI, too much politics, mediocre acting and bad writing. Not to mention Jar Jar Binks. Yikes! The sequel trilogy and spin-off movies have been all over the place. Either awesome, awful or something in between. No, for me it's clear that 5 Star Wars movies stand above the rest in quality and entertainment. The others are not even close. So what movies am I talking about? Well, let's find out. Number 5. Star Wars: A New Hope. Starting off my list is the classic that started it all, titled just Star Wars back in 1977. Granted, it has aged a bit, but still offers plenty of exciting action and lightsaber fights. Plus, of course, the compelling story of a farm boy teaming up with a princess and a scoundrel to take down the evil empire. The variety of characters are great, the music by John Williams is fantastic, and of course it has the ultimate bad guy in Darth Vader, with his towering presence and dark, commanding voice.
Down to retrieve them. See to it personally, Commander. There'll be no one to stop us this time.
Yes, sir.
Number 4. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. For many, this is the best Star Wars movie, and I get it. It's darker and deeper than its predecessor. It has the exciting opening battle on the ice planet Hoth, Yoda training Luke, and the father-son reveal at the end. A lot of exciting stuff. But it also has some slow parts and ends with a cliffhanger. It really is a midsection waiting to be resolved. So for me, of course, still a classic and great Star Wars movie, but not my favorite. Number 3. Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. Now this is an amazing spin-off. Taking place just before the events in Chapter 4, it ties brilliantly into that story. The main characters are very good, especially the new droid K2SO is hilarious. The action sequences are superb, and even Darth Vader makes 2 brief but memorable appearances. I mean, the hallway scene is probably his best scene ever. It's great. Also, the world feels dirty, gritty and lived in, and the CGI is well balanced and mostly very effective.
Make sure you secure the airlock and prepare the escape pods. Your Highness, the transmission we received. What is it they've sent us?
Hope.
Number 2. Star Wars: The Return of the Jedi. The final chapter in the original trilogy, and it concludes the story in satisfying manner. This is a very entertaining roller coaster ride with many exciting moments. Luke fighting the Rancor at Jabba's palace, escaping the Sarlacc pit, racing speeder bikes, and the brilliant third act with action on Endor, in space, and in the Emperor's throne room, switching back and forth. That's just brilliant. Also, the ending with Luke and Vader is very emotional. Plus, I don't mind the Ewoks either. And finally, number 1. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Yes, I realize this is not everyone's first choice, but J.J. Abrams rebooted the franchise in a surprisingly effective way, and for me it's the most rewatchable Star Wars film today. It's hugely entertaining with fantastic action, great acting and likable new characters. The main cast are excellent, especially Daisy Ridley as Rey and Adam Driver as the new villain Kylo Ren, powerful but torn and flawed. And thankfully the returning beloved characters Leia, Han Solo and Chewbacca are used perfectly.
Chewie, we're home.
The CGI and practical effects are well balanced and the tone and humor are spot on. Luke shows up briefly at the end, effectively setting up the next chapter, which I honestly couldn't wait for at the time. I was so impressed and excited. The Star Wars magic was finally back. But the less said about Rian Johnson's awful The Last Jedi, the better. I just choose to ignore that one and wonder what could have been if JJ directed it instead.